Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Another beautiful day on the planet. Hope you're doing great. I just hope that you're doing well wherever you are in the world. We have a lot of women now all over the place. We have Australia too, the United States, Canada, France, Germany, England. We are global and we are sisters over 60 trying to make the most of this beautiful time that we have on Earth. And so I'm having a nice morning this morning. It's a very warm day, but I'm having my hot tea. I'm having my puka or paka, wherever it's gone, my love tea. And I think I did it to match my top. It's chamomile, rose, and lavender, and I like it a lot. So it's my morning tea, my love tea to you. So I hope that you're doing okay. Now, I want to talk about a subject today that I hope inspires you and gives you some reason to, to make the most of this time in your life and hopefully, grow and connect with women in our community to make that happen. But I do want to thank our sponsor first for this show. It's Puritans Pride. We do consider that good health and well-being is at the heart of everything that we do. All of our passion and purpose is built around well-being and health. And so you can check out the Puritans Pride website and find out how using the right nutrition, you can get the most out of life in your 60s. So the topic I want to chat to you about today is exactly what I just said, passion and purpose. After we've kind of made the transition really into this age of 60, maybe it starts even earlier than that, I think we start to realize that there's a couple of key perspectives that we have to have in our life in order for it to be motivating. We don't have the family at home. We don't perhaps have the same contextual relationships at work. And so now we're looking for purpose in our lives. And in order to do what we love and to make that transition perhaps into a new career, a new lifestyle, we need passion. And so what is all that about? What does it mean? Now, Kate Gregorovic is a doctor, and she's written an article about why living your life with passion and purpose is good for your health after 60. And I think that if this is not going to motivate you, I don't know what will. Now, Kate's article, if you look on, I'll leave the link for you. It's got lots and lots of links to research that she mentions. And so I'll mention it briefly, but go check out the article for what she's talking about here. Because it isn't just a theoretical thing to feel good in your 60s. If you have passion and purpose, you actually can extend your life. And you can also have obviously a happier and just more balanced and happy existence. So she says, first of all, life, and she reminds us, life is a series of transitions. And, we start careers, we end careers, we begin marriages, we end marriages. We go through all these different transitions. And the challenge really is how to find that moment where you are, to find the thing that's going to bring joy and passion and purpose to your life. For example, mortality, just think about longevity in general. If you have a higher sense of purpose, you are protected against, dying early. And this has all been proved by research that she quotes. It's very interesting. They did a study. I'm looking at the group. It's a psychosomatic medicine group. And they did a study of 136,000 people and found that the correlation between a higher sense of purpose and the higher lower risk of mortality. So, and I want to start by saying too that this doesn't have to mean you have to have this amazing, thing going on with, volunteering or some sense of purpose that's really dramatic and in the press and you're a superstar. It's just having that thing that wakes you up in the morning and really makes you motivated to go out and just be engaged with the world. So that's what that research showed, though. There's a direct correlation, according to this research, between people who have a good sense of purpose in their lives and a lower risk of mortality. If you have this sense of purpose and passion, it also impacts your mental health. Now, of course, we know this. If you're less stressed and you're less, worried about stuff, you are going to not incur, some possible diseases that are a result of that. So I think that's really important. And there's another study she mentions, I think it was in 2012, where those people that had a higher sense of purpose retained better cognitive function. And I'm reading my notes here because I want to make sure I say this correctly, that it even showed, with the brain even showed like it had Alzheimer's tendencies, it was still a higher cognitive level. If someone had a reason for living, a reason, a purpose for engaging. So I think that's really, really fascinating. So I think that in general, the other thing that runs through all of this is people who have a purpose and get up in the morning and want to do something they love, they actually do tend to follow healthier lifestyles. So they eat good food and they maybe watch their alcohol consumption, or they don't smoke. There's certain things that people with that mindset, that mindset of wanting to be around a while and make a difference in the world, they actually do they're more proactive in their self-care. So they go to the doctor, they pay attention to things that are going on in their bodies. It's really an important distinction. Another thing is that you're able to deal with stress and infection more when you've got this sense of purpose and passion, and you fight off illnesses. And so many illnesses are a result of inflammation and infection, but there seems to be some kind of a resilience that goes on there, some kind of and this is like written by a doctor here, so this is not just me making it up. These are things that she's studied and determined to be interesting. And I guess the bottom line is you have more of a physical reserve to deal with illness. It's pretty inevitable that we're going to get something wrong with us in our 60s and 70s. I mean, we're not here forever, of course, but there's something about being purposeful and directed in your passion that makes you more resistant to illness. And I know the studies, this is another study, not the one that Kate reports, but I remember reading that if you reach the age of 65, you've got a much higher opportunity or chance of going into your 70s and 80s. So the longer you live, the better your chances are of living longer. And I think that's because those people who live a little longer have that resilience. They have that kind of physical reserves. So I think, how do you find purpose? Well, I think the Dr. Kate really reminds us of this, and I said it earlier. It doesn't have to be fancy and showy. It doesn't have to be a celebrity or a high-status job or position. It's really something as simple as caring for your grandchildren, or volunteering at the local hospice, or volunteering at the local school, or going online and doing some kind of coaching, or keeping working, perhaps maybe it for you. But it doesn't have to be anything fancy, or, you don't have to reach the pinnacle. You don't have to become the world's greatest something in order to have purpose. You can complete a walk or a hike. You can start a blog. These are all things that you can do to just give you that sense of purpose and passion and, a reason to keep going. And I guess the bottom line is it gives you structure. It gives you a structure and a foundation and a basis for rebuilding. Like when you're in college, when you're in a career, you're going to school, or you're in a career, you've got children, family, you've got that context. Then as you get to be 60, it changes and that context slips away. So this is the way you've got to rebuild it. And you rebuild it in a way that's a great motivator for good health. And also it's fun. You enjoy it. You have happiness in your life. So for those women who leave us notes sometimes saying that, I can't find a job, or I'm just getting depressed about my situation, being alone, read this article by Dr. Kate and just get some sense of the reason that you should make an effort to get out there, meet new people, maybe join a meetup, because it's not only going to make you feel better emotionally, physically, but it's going to potentially add to your longevity. And that's pretty much the most important thing, isn't it? To stay healthy and well enables everything else. So I hope this has been useful. I hope that you've been inspired by it. I would like to encourage you to read the article, though, because it's got all the information that I'm referring to, and I want you to feel comfortable that the facts are there. And also, if you've got any questions, leave them in the section below. And please answer the question, what do you think that how are you living your life with passion and purpose? What are you doing to live your life now with passion and purpose? It'd be really interesting to read what how they're finding their way, and share with other people so we can learn and we can grow ourselves. So thanks a lot for being here, everyone. I really do appreciate your support, your energy, your comments. Tell us what you do to bring passion and purpose into your life, and we'll catch up with each other on the comment section. I'll join in too. And I want to thank you again for being here. Tell a friend about 60 and Me, and consider joining our Patreon community too, patreon.com/60andme. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and tell us about your passion and purpose. Looking forward to reading it. Take very good care for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.